All the very best for your next future endeavor, because you have gone through a lot of stressful journey. At the same time, it is most joyful also in your part of preparation. But before going to this personality test part, I would like to show you certain guidelines given from the notification of Union Public Service Commission and also various state service commissions, which are following those lines only. I think my voice is audible to you, it seems, and it is displayed. The screen is shared to you. You please focus on the lines which are written by the notification of official gazette released by our UPSC. So, in our personality test, please read each and every line here. The first line is telling about candidate will be interviewed by a board who will have before them a record of the candidate's career. First point. What does it mean? What is the career that they have in front of them about you? Naturally, they will focus on your educational background first. Second, the working profile. Third, your native place. Fourth, any unique habits that you have. Fourth, the basic things. These are fundamentals. And if profession is unique, already if you are a working employee or your education background is unique, you are focused more on those areas. This is the record that they have in front of them. Okay, that is the first line in which is given in the personality test. This is official one, and this will be posted in our YouTube channel also. You can see how it is written there. And second point, the candidate will be asked questions on matters of general interest. Candidates will be asked on matters of general interest means current issues or any practical incident or your general hobbies, your basic social ideas, I mean the social conditions, situation that you come across, even issue of traffic, suppose pollution. So general interest, these are, and films sometimes, and novels, if you have a reading of novels habit, has a habit, sometimes unknowingly, and you were I mean, if you are completely bookish, you don't even go for sports, this kind of activity since your childhood. You don't go for sports. Therefore, they will focus on sports sometimes. Completely contrast, right? General interest they will ask. Next, the objective of this is the second line that I have reiterated. The first line is about your entire career. The second is about your general interest. Third is the object of the interview personality test is to assess the personal suitability of the candidate. This is more important line. Personal suitability of the candidate for a career in public service by this competent board and unbiased observers. Therefore, you feel, despite their biased questions, you feel they are unbiased observers. You should have that kind of mindset. Irrespective of their recruitment is political in nature, you should feel they are unbiased observers. So that is our predetermined opinion. That should have, okay. So, what is important here in the third sentence that is given here? Personal suitability of the candidate for a career in public service by the competent board. So, each and every line let us decode. Personal suitability in public service. So, in public service, what are the qualities, that is the aptitude required for the public service? Aptitude. Suitability means whether he is apt or not, whether she is apt for this post or not. That is aptitude. Okay, and also your attitudinal aspect, how you will see the world, what are the lens that you are wearing, whether you are having a transparent lens to see the world transparently or you are having any colors. Okay, they will check your suitability in terms of your attitude, suitability in terms of your abilities, that is aptitude. So personal suitability in public service, especially with respect to public service. Is it a business service? Is it any commercial service that is delivered? No. Public service, what does it mean? Public service, what does it mean? What are the personality traits, that means the abilities, that means the aptitude required for the public service?
from a candidate. What is the required major quality? That is integrity, perseverance, hard work, commitment, dedication, and also your impartiality, non-partisanship, objectivity, impersonality. These are personality traits. Around 10 I have listed here. You may have many more qualities. As a person, you have these personality traits. At the same time, if you are part of any organization, you should maintain probity. That means the integrity as a quality that you have as a personality trait, that should be reflected in the organizational structure that is called probity. That means organizational integrity. That means the organization has certain code of conduct. What organization has in terms of paper, that should be reflected in spirit also. That is probity. As a person, if you have integrity, what you think that should you preach, that you must preach, and what you preach that you have to act. Okay. So that mano vakya suddhi should be there. That integrity. So these are the qualities, that means the personality traits required as a public servant. Whether you have that ability or not. To check that ability, what are the tools that they have in the interview board? What are the qualities, the personality traits that to assess these qualities? What have they mentioned in the third sentence? The object of the interview or personality test is to assess the personal suitability. How will they assess? How will they assess? Merely asking questions? No. The expression in terms of your verbal and non-verbal communication. The expression in non-verbal communication, your eye-to-eye contact, your confidence, and your sitting posture, and your arrival and departure. In all aspects, they will assess your professionality, professional etiquettes. Whether this behavior is completely dignified, irrespective of informal communication that is projected from their side. They have formal and informal communication with you, but you should always be formal in informal communication too. Your smile should be formal. Your feeling, emotional appeal should be formal, but that should be natural too. Okay? Original, natural, formal, right? So that kind of balance they will check in terms of non-verbal communication. What is verbal communication that they will check? Again, verbal communication. The words that you use, the statements that you iterate, these will determine your personality trait again. If your words are little radical, biased, or temptation, it is leading to certain kind of temptation and showing some kind of inclination, ideologically or political affiliation, anything, if you show anything, that kind of word, the usage of words, will definitely show your personal suitability of to that particular service, public service. This is okay. Now the verbal and non-verbal through these communication tools, they will assess you. And also the tasks, the case studies, the practical experience and realities, practical realities, and certain controversial issues. Suppose Citizenship Amendment Act, that is mostly controversial in nature. How will you respond to it? You should embrace the popular movement, which is surrounded by certain constitutional values and ideals, that is secularism. Therefore, the concept of secularism is in a debate in our society among the masses. That means the society is day by day enlightening, irrespective of the mass protest happening in favor or against it. So this is called your objective approach and optimism and the perception that you have. Suppose. So you are turning a controversial dispute into an opportunity to awaken the masses and educate the masses, enlighten them. Is it possible to enlighten the masses to have a certain opinion on certain core concepts and dilemmatic concepts that is called secularism kind? And entry of women into certain temples or premises or worshipping places in different religions. These are disputed areas. If a woman enters here, they will ask question like that. And Nirbhaya incident and encounters. These are controversial issues. So they will ask you questions related to these ethical dilemmas. As a bureaucrat, what should be your response? Okay, this is. And second, the next candidate for in public service. So competent unbiased observer. The interview personality test is intended to judge the mental caliber of a candidate. This is fourth statement that they have given. Mental caliber. So everything is written where? In the official gazette published by Union Public Service Commission, which is followed by other state service commissions, right? So it is a line, direct line given by them for to assess your personal suitability to the public service. So mental caliber means your equanimity, your stable mindset, your composed attitude, your calmness. So they will, as I said, they will ask completely contrasting questions to your personality. Unexpected questions, unintended situation, a case study. In that situation also, you should maintain your equilibrium state of mind. That is equanimity, the sthita pragnata. They will check all those. That is your mental caliber. How much stable you are. Emotionally, you should have that balanced mindset and attitude to check mental caliber of candidate. Okay. Next, in broad terms, this is really an assessment of. Next, fifth statement, I am going to tell you about fifth statement. This is, in broad terms, this is really an assessment of not only intellectual qualities but also social traits and interest in current affairs. In broad terms, this is really an assessment of not only intellectual qualities but also social traits and interest in current affairs. Please underline each of these words. Not only intellectual qualities. What are those intellectual qualities already tested in personal suitability part? I have told you, intellectual qualities. What are those qualities? That is your integrity, probity, fair-mindedness, everything. Intellectual qualities are already tested, fine. Next, about your knowledge, social trait, social skills, your emotional intelligence quotient. The intelligence part was tested, fine. Abilities, aptitude and attitude part. And at the same time, how will you manage that intelligence? That is important. That is emotional intelligence quotient. Okay, you have intelligence, that is your aptitude. How will you use it? You have a vault of cash. How will you use that cash? Whether you use it luxuriously or you use it for making it development for a particular sector and creating employment and GDP growth, something. So you have aptitude, whether you use it efficiently or not in society, in social traits. Okay. This is your social traits. And interest in current affairs. Interest in current affairs means the regional issues and national and international issues. Okay. The border dispute, any other issue which is not relevant to India, and Palestine-Israel issue, or Russia-Ukraine war, or UNO, and permanent settlement seat, and Chinese aggression areas, various issues. Okay. So interest in current affairs. What is your opinion there? Here also they will observe your personality trait, right? Next, some of the qualities to be judged are mental alertness. Next, I am going to talk about sixth point, mental alertness. Suppose suddenly a very big sound is coming beside you in the interview board itself when you are attending and answering them. Irrespective of that, you are without any distraction and deviation and disturbed by those sound situations, conditions, circumstances. You will be focused. You will be very attentive. You should not be deviated in terms of suppose you should not struck your brain when for one question which was asked earlier. Suppose you are going up again, so you should not again go back to the question which was asked earlier. Okay, that was done. You might have known it. It was on tip of the tongue, but you were unable to deliver it. Just forget it. Sorry, you were unable to deliver. Later you would have remembered it, but don't recall it again and confuse yourself there. So the alertness, mental alertness, and also don't be overconscious. Those are the things that they will check. Like mental alertness. And critical power of assimilation. I mean, your interlinking and coherent ability of the information that you have acquired till now. Critical power of assimilation. Okay. I mean, your logical inference that you draw from any situation. Just now I have talked about secularism concept, which is being popular among the masses due to this policy brought by the government or act something. Right. That is your logical exposition. How much rational you are. That is more important and tested here. And balance of judgment. So you should be judgmental, but that judgment should never have any kind of prejudiced or stereotypic nature, mindset. So that is balance of judgment. And finally, variety and depth of interest. This is important. Variety and depth of interest and ability for social cohesion and leadership. Ability for social cohesion and leadership. That means whether you will become part of a team, you will be having a team spirit when you are in the team. Sir, you want to be a self-centric personality. So the social cohesiveness, the connectedness with the society is more important here. And leadership. Leadership always thinks about opportunities available for larger section of society, rather than overcritical and finding only the problems. Leadership always tries to find solutions and mostly reformative in nature for any kind of problem, rather than being critical and making it activism oriented, right? So a leader is a solution seeker and explorer. So that is your attitude. That should be the attitude. Social cohesion, ability for social cohesion. That means the team spirit. A person who is with the integrity and probity and having a team spirit, they will definitely have the quality of leadership there, irrespective of being a leader of the team or part of member of the team. He'll always be a leader there, right? Next, intellectual and moral integrity, as we have been discussing, the qualities that personality traits required here. So finally, the part they are checking the technique of the interview or personality test is not that of a strict cross examination. They are not cross examining you as an accused person there. Okay, this is not a strict cross examination. If you have expressed any opinion later, you may be contrasting with that opinion. They will not cross examine you that you are a fickle personality like that. They will not judge you. This is not a cross examination to make you a culprit something, right? This is not their intention. It is not, but of a natural, though directed and purposive conversation. So it is having a certain purpose to assess your personality. It is a purposive conversation. It is mostly in constructive nature. It is highly productive to bring certain solutions, to select a candidate who is most suitable among the suitable people. It is not a cross-examination, or it is not a judgmental about your personality, or it is not anything making you stereotyping, or it is not undermining you. Okay, it is not a kind of argumentative in nature. Okay, it is mostly a purposive and directed towards a particular issue-centric conversation to assess your personal suitability to this service only, right? That is why it is a personal purposive conversation which is intended to reveal the mental qualities of the candidate. Okay, so fine. The statement is the technique of the interview or personality test is not that of cross-examination, but of a natural, though directed and purposive conversation, which is intended to reveal the mental qualities of the candidate. Next, third is the interview or personality test is not intended to be a test either of the specialized or particular genre in which you have specialization. It is a general ability of a person, the general qualities, right? Till now we have been talking about the general things, not a specialized aspect in particular field. So these are the interview qualities that you please go through these points and always try to imbibe as part of your personality. And second, we'll be giving you a schedule here, because as part of your DAF, that is detailed application form, which is filled by you, accordingly we'll be giving you the questions. Okay, one is about your DAF part, that is those are questions. Okay, already you have filled all those areas, it seems. Please give it to us. It is posted, and we have created a WhatsApp group. You please join that WhatsApp group to have a regular interaction there and to post questions there. Few are common to all the aspirants. Few are especially designed for aspirants who are based on their DAF detailed application form. So I am typing a message here to message me to join the WhatsApp group. So this is the number that I have posted here. You can send a message here, WhatsApp message. The number is typed here in our Zoom session. So in chat box, please note down that number, and you can send me the DAF details. I will send you the DAF that is prepared by us. Okay. So based on the DAF that you have filled, we'll be framing the questions. Few questions will be very common to all of the aspirants. Few and most of the questions are unique to each of these aspirants. Okay, I have sent a message here, and please note down that phone number. Okay, you can send me a message, ping me a message. I will send you the DAF. I will join all of you in a WhatsApp group. Okay.